life. I am hoping that you all had enough food and that the food was good. There's coffee and tea out in the back and some desserts as well. If you've had a chance to check out the pictures and also the slideshow, please do that before you go. Okay? Andrew and Megan and Ryan and Kevin helped with putting the slideshow together. I think it was mostly Andrew and Megan. But anyways, please take a moment to watch the show and enjoy the pictures when you get a chance. So I was getting ready to host as an MC, and I thought, you know, it's like, I don't know, like a game show or an awards show or something. And I thought, well, you know, we have no prizes or no awards to give out. And, you know, when you go to those shows, the camera pans out and you see all these celebrities that are all, you know, fancily dressed. So I kind of think, you know, it's no awards, no prizes, no envelopes to open. But, you know, this is going to be a party. It's going to be fun. And, you know, you guys are all the celebrities, fancily dressed celebrities. So thank you all for coming. There's so many family, friends, familiar faces that as I look out, and I really appreciate seeing you all, and glad that you could make it for this last party. So many of you, if you know my mom, in the last few years, so many friends and so many birthday parties, she would be like counting them, you know. I mean, if somebody got her a birthday cake, you know, she would say, oh, party number 1, you know, party number 2, and she literally could have like 5 or 6 parties in a month. So it was kind of funny to listen to her count all the parties. She was so proud of her friends, she was so proud of herself, and she was so proud of having so many parties to celebrate. So, you know, and I think this is the final party, and I'm sure that she is looking down from heaven and ecstatic to see so many people have taken the time from their schedule to celebrate with us and with her. So as you heard during church, my mom lived an admirably long, distinguished, and really wonderful life with my dad and family. You know, I think she would be a role model, you know, being 93, having wonderful family, not having any things to worry about, and really, until the last year, being able to do whatever she wanted to do, whenever she wanted to do. It was really a dream come true. She also told a lot of people that, you know, gee, I wish I had 12 children. And, you know, that was like one of her go-to lines, and when I was there, I would be like, no, don't say that. But she was like, no, really, I wish I had 12 children. They're so wonderful, and having so many children, it would be great. And, you know, that was my mom. So I think she did pretty well. 5 kids, 13 grandchildren, 2 great-grandchildren. Not too bad, not too shabby. And as you know, my mom was a real trailblazer. She started several organizations in the Boston area, represented today, GBCCA, Greater Boston Chinese Cultural Association, the Chinese Family Camp, CFC, if you know, and also the Newton Chinese Language School. So especially thank them for coming today. So, all right. So that's a little bit about her obituary. We was thinking of having a pop quiz on her obituary. Everybody ready for that? Just kidding. But I want to give a shout out to my siblings. Without them, this would not be possible. So really appreciate the hard work and the collaboration to put this all together. In fact, it was a great story. A friend of mine, we were talking about, she said, oh, I can't make it. She goes, but my mom told us all about, how you guys were visiting her every day, how you guys were so great, when your mom was in the nursing home. And she goes, she was telling me, hint, hint, you should be like them. and I thought, okay. Anyways, it was great to work with my siblings. Great to see my mom so often during her last year at the nursing home. But in a minute, I will give my siblings a chance to introduce themselves and their families. So my mom, as you may know, passed sort of suddenly. We were a little surprised because she was not complaining of any physical pains. She was forever optimistic. She was talking about, well, when I go home, when I go home, I'll do this, or and some of us had to say, Mom, I don't know if you're going to be going home, and it was very difficult to break the news to her, but she was always optimistic and never, I think, gave up hope that she would somehow be able to resume her past life, her old life, and go home. I sort of wonder, and I don't know if you know, I sort of wonder if she kind of knew that the end was near, because what I was told was on the last morning, she had some of the staff that were taking care of her stay for an extra minute. And maybe she knew, maybe she didn't, I don't know. But I mean, it was all quite sad. But for us, we have to believe that she's in a better place, and we're so happy for her. I can just imagine she is having a grand time in heaven, figuring out the rules of the road, calling shots, like a boss as usual. And I'm sure she's also already found her posse. She's organizing trips to the museums and concerts and shows. And so she is, I'm sure, having a great time. So we are all very saddened, but also very happy for her. Okay, so I am going to introduce you to my siblings, but I want to introduce you to my family first, if I can see them. Okay, Jilliana, my wife, can you stand up? I think GDCCA, I'm more known as Mr. Jilliana Lee. She is wonderful. She really has done a lot for our family, and 39 years now, so pretty good. Pretty good. My son, as you know, I have 4 boys. Brendan, yeah, go ahead, you can stand up. Ryan and Kevin, all wonderful boys, and I think if I had to if I had to tell a story, you know, people ask me, you have 4 boys. Which one is your favorite? And I would always have to say, well, it depends on what needs to get done. Depending on the task, each one of them could be my favorite. So, thanks guys for everything you do. I want to introduce Patrick. Patrick. Here we go. Hey.
My wife Barbara, daughter Megan. Courtesy of Andrew, primarily. Awards, primarily Megan's work. The table designed and constructed by Megan and Barbara. My mother would want these centerpieces to be taken home and enjoyed. So the person at the table right now who has the birthday closest to September 9th, either before or after number of days, gets to take it home.
Thank you, Patrick. Paul?
Give them the mic.
I'm number 2 son. I'm number 2 son, Paul. Also known as Mom's favorite. I can say that now because she started saying that towards the end. She did say that if she ever needed a roommate, she would choose me. Anyways, my wife is not here. She's definitely not here. Okay, so my wife Connie is not here. We've been married since 1989. But, and